Tom Davis together with Rick Dempsey, and Orioles Hall of Famer. Both are Orioles Hall of Famers, but Boog Powell, who has been.
Hello, TD.
How are you, Boog?
Barbecue fellas. Huh? How you doing? Good to see you.
We actually have competing food vendors over there on the Utah Street. Boog with the barbecue and Rick with his Dempsey.
I got nice sandwiches in my place, but I tell you, there's no way I could ever compete with his roast beef sandwich. It is the best in the world, not just here in Baltimore. That's an amazing sandwich over there.
Yeah, but you've got some really nice specials every night, and people need to see your specials as they come into the ballpark. And you've got a good choice of food.
I got a good choice, but yeah, as long as they don't walk by Boog's first, I got a chance.
Well, I've got 3 things every night. Yeah. I got beef, pork, and turkey, and most of the time it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's great.
Boog, you got a book coming out, right?
I have a book coming out. It's Baltimore Baseball and Barbecue with Boog Powell, and I did it with Rob Casper. Rob Casper was the food editor for the Baltimore Sun for like 30 years, and we've been working on this thing for 2 years. There's some good stuff in there. There's a lot of recipes, a lot of my stuff that I do, a lot of things that happened to me as a child growing up, the way that I got into baseball, the way that I got into cooking, the way that pretty much the reason that I'm sitting here right now with you guys.
How about the way you got into that body?
Which body now? There's been more than one body.
Was that from the good cooking? No doubt. Yeah.
Well, let's reflect back.
You know, your body doesn't mean anything. If you're hitting home runs and you're driving runs in, you can be any body you want.
That's right.
You know that.
I'm surprised he didn't hit a few home runs.
Leave TD alone. He knows what he's doing.
Boog, the Orioles are celebrating 60 years as a franchise, really in their 61st season. Now, you were a big part of their success, when they won the 4 pennants in the 66 through 71. Tell us a little about winning that first championship in 66, what it meant to you, and how it all came about.
Well, none of us, we weren't really sure whether we should celebrate or not after we clinched the pennant. Back in those days, there was no playoffs. And we clinched the pennant in Kansas City, and we figured it out pretty quick, and we had a pretty good party there. And then when it came time to go into the World Series that year, we were playing the Dodgers. We were supposed to lose 4 straight, and we got Don Drysdale starting off, and Brooks and Frank hit back-to-back home runs in the first inning, and I'm hitting behind them. And so I know that I was going to get knocked out on my first at-bat in the World Series. But anyway, I went ahead, and I had a pretty good series. I think I led the series in hitting that year. And it was still, to this day, the biggest thrill that I've ever had in baseball. And I think it meant more to the town of Baltimore than any single event that I could remember as long as I was here. Because this was a party town for at least a solid week.
Yeah.
Solid week.
Brooks, Boog, you look back at your team and the 1983 World Series team that I was a part of. Yep. They were 2 completely different ball clubs. But the team that the Orioles have right now really does compare to your 66 team. We've got the big boppers like you. You have Frank Robinson, Boog Powell. We've got Nelson Cruz, now Chris Davis, and Adam Jones. And those 3 guys. Who was that 3rd big power guy? Was that Davy Johnson on your ball club?
Kurt Blefary.
Well,
Kurt Blefary hit 27. DJ Davy Johnson hit 16. The rest of our cast, it was I don't know. It was kind of like we knew what each other was doing.
Yeah.
The whole year, and we would beat you somehow. We could beat you with a long ball. We could beat you with base hits. We could beat you 4 or 5 different ways. And pitching, we could beat you with pitching too. Well, even though our pitching wasn't like the Dodgers or something like that until later on.
Well, you guys had a great defensive ball club. They have a record-breaking defensive team here from last year. Maybe your starting pitching was a little bit better than the Orioles starting pitching, right? But there's a lot of comparisons. What do you see? I know you watch this ball club every night too at the same time. What are some of the good things you see?
They don't seem to beat each other, and that's what we didn't do. We didn't beat each other. We went out there and we made the routine plays. There's going to be errors and there's going to be some mistakes, but the things that we did day in and day out, we did not beat ourselves. And we stayed in the game long enough to, like these guys are staying in the games and getting in the games in the late innings until, that's what I used to tell Palmer. I said, you hold them right there. We'll figure it out. We'll get you some runs, big boy. Don't worry about
And he
it.
used to beg like a little
Oh,
baby.
yeah. Oh, he was
Please
crying.
get me some
Oh,
runs.
yeah, he was crying.
Get me 8. I need 8. Yeah.
Boog, yeah, 70 MVP in the American League, 1970. What did that mean to you as part of your career?
Say that again?
1970 MVP.
Yeah.
What did it mean to you as part of your whole career?
Well, it was kind of the culmination. I thought maybe that I should have won it in '69 because I had a better year, I thought. And Harmon Killebrew had a pretty good year. He hit 48 or 49 and hit 260 or 270, something like that. And I hit 300 with 35 and 120. And one of the nicest things that ever happened is Killer came up to me after that series and said, "You might have should have won it." But in '70, I won it, and it was a culmination of a lot of hard work. It really was.
Well, Boog, we'll be looking forward to the book. Always looking forward to having some Boog's barbecue.
Thank you.
Staff loves it.
We never get together. I don't know why.
And Boog Powell's out here at the park every night signing autographs. We appreciate him taking a little time to be with us here, celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Orioles franchise.